I'd love to get your feedback, guys. I've been caught up with this, and being honest, I've tried to take my own life a few times, having suffered from depression and anxiety for numerous years. One thing you boys have taught me is to never give up. What's your advice? Allah, I just got goosebumps, man. That's from Luke. Thanks very much, Luke, for that.
Yeah, Luke, I think you just
Wow.
I think you just took things straight to 100. SubhanAllah, I was actually thinking about suicide today, and I was actually thinking about what is it that drives people. You know, I mean, it's a real, it's a real sensitive topic. But look, what I do want to say to you is, there is so much for you to live for, man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of all things, has created you personally, and you are valuable and you mean something to Allah. And you have no idea how much you mean to other people, even if you're not seeing it now, but you mean a lot. You really do. You mean a lot to a lot of people. And the reality is, Luke, that everyone's got ups and downs, man. I think, I honestly think that's quite brave of you, Luke, to actually open up. I would really love to meet you in person, man. So I'm not sure if you're in Sydney. If you are, please inbox the studio. I would love to meet you personally. What I do want to say to you is, look, that the reality of life is that we will be tested. There is no escaping that. Being tested, trials, tribulations, ups, downs, depression, anxiety. You can't escape that, man. I don't care who you are, how noble you are, how rich you are, how popular you are. It's just, you cannot escape it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises us in the Quran that you will be tested. So there's something I really want to get out, and I can only ask Allah to give me the right words, is that what a lot of us don't realize is that everything in life is a test. So when you're feeling down and out and you feel, I feel depressed or whatever the case is, I feel like unfortunately Muslims see that as, oh look, he's being tested because he's down and out. But the reality is that even when you're happy and you're excited, guess what? You're also being tested.
SubhanAllah.
And I think a lot of us tend to miss that. That, when I have money, let's say Allah has given me money, right? People look at that as a blessing, and it sure is. But then if Allah was to take away my money, let's say Allah was to take away my money, I'm going through hardship. People look at that and say, well, look, what? Allah is testing me now. That's not how it works. You're getting tested with everything you do. When you have money, guess what? It's a test. And when you don't, test. And I see a lot of young people, like young people that want to get married and can't get married for whatever the reason is. And then people say to me, bro, I'm being tested. Yeah, but the reality is the one that's also married, they're also being tested. And then there's people that are married and don't have kids and feel that, them not having kids, guess what, is a test. Yeah, but the reality is, whether you have a kid or you don't, it's all a test. So we shouldn't differentiate that, look, things are good, so therefore I'm not being tested. And things are bad, or I perceive it to be bad, therefore I'm being tested.